So we are live, just so you know.
Cool.
Yeah, I was remembering there was a lot of like perching on chairs in that show that was really delightful.
Yeah, my perching muscles were sore after that.
Yes, I definitely get sore perching muscles.
The dangers of improv.
I used to do some like serious damage, like lasting damage to one of my knees, but I too committed to playing a rubber band boy in a game of superheroes.
I remember you. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a workshop for elementary school students. So I did lasting damage for the sake of the children.
Speaking of which,
my neck
that
growing and shrinking.
You've heard your neck growing and shrinking game.
I did. I was coming out to do a self.
I was thinking of that article that Sally sent to all of us about where was that written? Where was that published? Vulture, maybe?
I think so, yeah. My dad sent it to me.
Yeah, about Middleditch and Schwartz. After writing that, like, I wrote an entire email where I dissected it. I thought of Maddie the whole time, moment by moment. And then after I sent it, I was like, okay, this is everything that I just proved everything terrible they said about improv.
That's correct.
I don't know if Maddie and Sally, if you know this, but like I basically cataloged my entire Zen of Improv experience by writing up every class after the class. And
after the class. He would send out an email to everybody.
Yep.
Wow.
That was hard geeking.
So you started doing this before, this was your first introduction to Pam and HBC and you just came in hot?
Super hot. So weird.
Well, that whole class came in hot.
Is that the class that gave you earrings of your own face?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
ma'am. I did not participate.
In fact, Jim was the one I was talking to, and I was like, "What's around your neck?" He was wearing a necklace, I believe, of my face.
I had a pendant of Pam's face.
A Pam pendant?
Pamden.
Yeah, I don't remember who put those together. That was a little over the top.
I remember who put.
Oh, actually, I think I do.
She's lovely.
Yeah,
she's lovely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a big fan of yours.
Yeah,
clearly.
Once, yeah. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Speaking of which, I was telling Sally before, I have a decision to make. I'm being featured. This is kind of, I am achieving, and I'm hitting an achievement that I set for myself, like maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago. I'm being featured in the printed version of the Smith College Alumni Quarterly.
Hey.
I was like, I'm going to be in this thing. I'm going to be in this thing. So I'm going to be in this thing. They're sending out this fancy photographer tomorrow to take my picture outside, who's taken pictures in like Politico and the New Yorker. He's taken a picture of all the Democratic presidential candidates, Mr. Rogers, even more impressive. Yeah. And his photos are, and so I was talking to him and I was like, well, I can't figure out why they're sending somebody out. The Alumni Quarterly, the photos tend to be pretty standard. And he's like, I am not a standard photographer. And I was like, oh, you're going to take a bad picture of me now.
Oh my God. I feel like you're going to end up pretty high up in the tree.
So it's like in Fleabag when the stepmother paints the portraits of the sisters and it's just
her back. Well, so I learned how to be funny at Smith. Like I hung out with these women who had the weirdest senses of humor. Like just the other day, they sent out a photo that one of them found of this, and this was a big event in our lives. We had collected hidden meat. We had taken meat from the dining hall or the dining room and took it up to our rooms and then had this big production where it was thrown and landed on a car. And it was like huge. It was this huge moment for us. I don't know. And then we took a photo, of course, of it. Also, I had this like blow up futon that my mom made me get and we covered it up in a sheet, because the sheets were free at Smith. They came with it. Look at Sally's face. And so it kind of unfolded and it looked like a giant maxi pad. So we took tons of pictures. Like we did whole commercials of the giant maxi pad. So I wrote to all of them. I was like, what is your weirdest idea? Because I want to do it in the Alumni Quarterly. Like, I don't want just like, I want something fucking
no, you're gonna need a meat sheet.
weird.
Yeah, I think
like,
Sally's still hung up on hidden meat.
The
Yeah.
hidden meat.
The phrase is hidden meat and blow up futon into the story, then you will have really achieved something.
Anytime I've pocketed meat, I've always eaten it. I just don't understand why you would just throw it over the balcony.
It was out of a window, no balconies, but I think we had eaten our fill of meat. It was excess meat. It's gonna go to waste.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 80s, Sally, different time.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, real different time. So if you guys have any ideas, he's coming at 4:00 tomorrow for weird ass stuff. Oh, this is one thing I was thinking. I mean, this is like, that's just ridiculous. That's too, yeah.
Cliche.
Yeah, cliche.
And
But I like that that's just right there waiting for that moment.
No, just right here. Right here.
Yeah.
always within arm's reach.
Always within reach. I also have something I believe Jim gave me.
Oh, yes.
Barbara.
Little Van Dyke Brown.
This is, I don't know if you can hear it. He's shaking the dickens out of the, remember when he like beats the crap out of the brush? It's shaking, shake the dickens out of it, he says. All right, we're here for, the thing is, we're all ready. I'm so excited to be here with my very good friends and some of my favorite people to play with. Sally Eckes. Oh, sorry. Uh-oh, that's me. Sally Eckes, Maddie Benjamin, James Young. Hello to all of you. Scott was supposed to be here tonight, but he is having an allergic reaction in his eyeball, and so he's gross, and so we miss him. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's just took a lot of Benadryl. Sally said we could do another version of Drunk High Sober.
Except it would just be Scott sleeping.
Allergies. Allergies, GI distress, sober.
I'm in the bathroom, so I've got GI distress covered.
Sally could be pooping right now and we would not know. Literally sitting on a toilet. All right, let's jump in. We're going to do, the thing is, we are doing a talk show of inanimate objects. Good morning, Sally. Stay with us, mommy.
I'm up way past my bedtime.
You only have 30 minutes left and you will be all set. All right, and so we are going to do, I took suggestions from Facebook this afternoon, and I'm going to read out the suggestions of the things, and you guys will pick the ones that sound like the most fun for you, and then we'll start our talk show. So I asked for things that come in singles, things that come in pairs, and things that come in packs. So things that come in singles: baseball, a bowl of cereal, a pear, which actually comes in singles. The fruit.
Like the fruit pear?
The fruit pear.
Oh,
yeah, pear. Which sounds like it would be in a pear, but it comes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Like the way my body is becoming slowly. A butter dish.
The way my body is becoming.
With our pandemic diets. Well, I think this one will resonate also. Wine. If you watch Drunk High Sober. Maddie, I'm looking
One time. It was
Or
one
beer.
time.
Maybe beer.
Oh, so good. So good. Okay, so those things that come in singles. So log something that brings you joy. Things that come in pair. A pair of die. Steak and pots. Is that really what it is? Oh,
Potato?
steak and potatoes. Sorry.
I abbreviated the list.
Okay, steak and potato. Steak and potato. That's a great one. Woolen mittens. Be a pair of kittens and their woolen mittens. Boots, of course, come in pairs. And then finally, things that come in packs, like a pack of playing cards, a pack of gum, a pack of vegetable starts, also very topical, a package of tea bags. Maybe it's the variety pack, Celestial Seasonings. One of my favorites. You guys all ready?
Alrighty.
Yep.
All right. You're gonna hide yourselves. I will start, and whoever comes in first is the first one. Welcome, everybody, to our talk show. The Thing Is, I am your host, Rebecca Dribs Spout. And I am so excited to have my very, 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 very special guests here today. Please give a warm The Thing Is welcome to my first guest. Come join Rebecca Dripspout. Oh, hello.
It is just a fantastic morning, and I am so excited to see you.
I am excited to see you too. Why don't you introduce yourself to our studio audience?
Oh, sorry, I've been up since 5. I've gotten so much done. I just totally forgot to introduce myself. I figured you'd all been right here with me. I am Sally. I'm a bowl of cereal.
Oh, Sally cereal to Sally. Sally
Yes.
bowl of cereal. Well, I couldn't be more excited to have you here, Sally. I'm a fan. Like, let's just admit it. Like, who isn't a fan, right?
Stop.
Is it
Stop.
hard? Is it tough being so beloved, Sally?
You don't need to pour that kind of flattery on me. You know, I'm just a humble servant of the mornings. I like to think of myself as, you know.
Oh, but are you really just for the mornings? I mean, what is it? What is your, talk to me about your heritage.
Yeah, well, my mother was actually a mixing bowl. A really I know. I come
Wow.
from a line of hardworking people. You know, it's not easy to be a mixing bowl. My mother was actually hand thrown. So
wow.
really rustic roots. Yeah.
Oh. It's
and she
basically
really-
pioneer times, you know, you're a daughter of the revolution, you know, long time pioneer girl.
Yeah, and she really instilled in me an up and at 'em, go get 'em, stick to itness, you know. And I think that sort of like stick to your guns. I also get from my father was oatmeal.
Your father was oatmeal.
My father was oatmeal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Which,
Yeah.
so a mixing bowl and oatmeal make you
Me.
a fabulous creature.
And I like to think that I have sort of the best of both worlds, you know. I have the carry you through it all of a mixing bowl, and I have the heartiness of oatmeal, but repackaged for today's modern world.
Right. And Cheerios. Like, who doesn't love Cheerios? I mean, can I call you Cheerios? Do you identify as Cheerios?
You know, sometimes I do. Sometimes I identify as life. Sometimes I identify as Lucky Charms if I'm feeling particularly silly.
Oh, you go all the ways, don't you? You're
I
pink
really-
cereal.
I contain multitudes, you know?
You're a variety pack.
I really am. I'm
Wow.
never just one thing. I'm whatever you need me to be. I'm breakfast. I'm a snack. I'm a dry handful out of a box if you're sort of a sociopath.
Yeah, well, so talk to me about people who just take dry handfuls of you. That's an issue for you?
Oh, I don't like to cast my judgment on how folks choose to consume me. Again, I'm just sort of all around there with you. But if you just put dry cereal into a bowl and eat it with a spoon, there's something wrong with you.
Oh my. Okay. I mean, there's only so much of you. And there will be a day when your box is empty.
That's true.
What
That's
is your dream for the last bowl?
Yeah, I think that the last bowl is sort of a metaphor for the life we all lead. There are some good parts, and then you're also left with the crumbs when you get to the end too. So I think when you're approaching that last bowl of cereal, it's really important to do so with an open mind, and to understand that the satisfying parts and the disappointing parts are going to work alongside each other. And at the end of the day, it's all cereal, you know.
Yeah. Now, I do understand, and I don't hope I don't bring up something that's too painful for you, but this is delicate. Sally, you are lactose intolerant. Is that hard, being
Yeah,
lactose intolerant to cereal?
it's a little tough.
Sorry.
I encourage, encourage, but don't always get non-dairy milks. So not every morning is a perfect morning, but there's always a day afterwards and another morning to try again and hope they went vegan. I love the vegans. I love the vegans.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Sally Cereal. So
Thank
great to have you
you.
here, you Cereal Bowl. You're fantastic. I adore you. Oh,
Everybody.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh my God, how amazing was that? We had a real, actual bowl of cereal. I loved cereal for so long. And now I got to finally connect. And we really did connect. I think we went deep there. I cannot wait for our next pair to come up on stage. Please welcome, again, give a warm, the thing is welcome for our pair of guests. Come to the stage. Welcome.
Oh, hey. T-Bone here.
Glad to be here. Honey,
you
honey, you go
Go.
first. You're the star.
Can you just tell me your name? I didn't catch it. I got T-Bone and
T-Bone.
What? Tommy Tuber. Tommy Tuber.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Tom.
Tom, she can't hear you.
She can't hear me. I'm being quiet again because, well, you're the star. Honey, you tell him. You tell her. You tell Rebecca.
He's all eyes and no ears.
Every time, every time.
T-Bone, T-Bone, T-Bone. My God, look at you. You are a spectacular, spectacular specimen. Tell me,
Oh.
T-Bone, what's it like being a steak?
It's crispy
Wow.
and sometimes raw,
Yes.
but always full of life.
Right.
Until,
Well.
not full of life anymore. And then I just get devoured. I'm really center of attention, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Center cut. Center cut. You are T-Bone. Center cut. Yep.
And Tommy, what does it feel like getting partnered with this extraordinary piece of meat?
That's right, Tommy.
I just want to be there to support, whatever happens. Sometimes, T-Bone is maybe a little undercooked and there's, some juice on the
So
plate
good.
there. And I'm just there to soak it up. Really just there to soak it up.
Now, Tommy, you have not been prepared yet. Neither one of you have been prepared yet. My understanding is you've been purchased and you are
Purchased,
awaiting
yep.
preparation. Yep. So you made that
Open
cut.
that cellophane and see what the flavors got cooking.
That's right. Tommy, what's your hope and dream for how you're prepared? Do you wish to
Oh,
be
oh,
French
oh.
fried, roasted, mashed,
Well,
rosemary?
those are all wonderful ways. My grandfather was a hash brown, and boy, was
Wow.
he really he set the tone for the family. The being cooked in the grease. My mother was a I'm really proud to say that she was a steak fry. That's a rarity these days. But
Yeah.
That's
I've
pillowy
always been
inside for sopping up my juices.
I've always had a dream though, and I know it's gonna T-Bone's gonna like this. I just want to be mashed, just
Really?
mash.
Classic.
Yep,
Wiggle on
classic.
up to my edges.
What do you think? A T-bone? Would you have a preference for being with somebody who's mashed or a baked
Who would-
potato? What's your dream?
Who wouldn't want to be with someone who's mashed? They're so comfortable.
Yeah.
They're so sweet.
Mm.
They conform to my needs.
Do you have a soft side inside of you, T-bone? Huh? You're tough on the outside, but I'm seeing a little
I have
softy.
a tenderloin.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You do. That's fantastic. Yes.
I
Totally.
do.
T-bone, tell us about that day
Oh,
that you were purchased.
there I was, next to the ribeyes, and then the fucking flanks. But I was fresh, crisp up against the cellophane, cheek pressing, buy me, buy me. And at eye level walks by a 12-year-old, maybe 13, hungry,
What?
saying, Mom,
Really?
Pa,
Oh,
can we get that one? Yeah, Ma, buy me. And that's how I went home.
So brave, T-Bone.
the rest is history.
So brave.
Now, you both actually share a certain experience that you came into the world with a group of people or a group of steaks, a group of potatoes, and some of you were sent to different stores, and both of you were sent to a very particular store. Talk about
Stutter
that.
meats. You
Oh,
don't
boy.
you
We
don't
have
know
to
that they
talk about
have
this more.
root vegetables, but underneath the cold case, there's the accoutrement, you might say, for a pound of flesh.
So for folks who don't know out there, Sutterman meets Northampton, I believe, Massachusetts,
It's a
locally
local butcher.
owned, the local butcher, basically what they might call in Brooklyn an artisanal meat dispensary.
boucherie.
Yeah.
So you both ended up in Sutter's. Wow. Some of your ilk, some of your ilk went to Big Y. Some of your ilk ended up in Costco.
Oh yeah, bulk purchases.
Some, and I don't want to say this, went to Aldi's.
Aldi's has a surprisingly wide array of options. So,
Sorry.
a couple cousins went there. We don't like to talk about it, but
Thank you for
you'd be
calling me on my
surprised what
privilege.
ends up at Aldi's.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me on my privilege. Thank you for calling me on my privilege. Much appreciated. Do you have some guilt that some of your compatriots, as it were, ended up in different places and you ended up in such quality company?
Coming from the humble beginnings of a russet family, it's a big climb to get to a place like Sutter, and I don't take it lightly. I felt a little bit like a stranger in a strange land. There aren't a lot of us vegetables or tubers or root products at Sutter's. And so it meant a lot for me to represent in that place. And I'm happy that my Red Bliss cousins and my fingerlings have found their way to other places. We can serve all. That's one of the proudest things about a potato is we can serve all and in so many ways.
Yes, yes, as can a T-bone. Thank you both for being here. I feel like I'm a better person having met you. Thank you very much. Big hand for T-Bone and Tommy Tuber. Fantastic. Lovely. Well, we have one more time for one more trio of guests that will be joining us. I couldn't be more excited to have them here with us tonight. Please welcome to the stage our next guests. Welcome, welcome to all of you. Hello. Please introduce yourselves for our studio audience.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having us. I'm so pleased to be here as a representative of the best of us, really. My name is Ethel, and I am an English breakfast tea.
Ooh, how fantastic. Cheerio. Pleasure to meet you, Ethel. And you are?
Oh, well, I'm just really excited to be here. It's not every day that a lemon zinger gets to be in the mystery pack, and I made it. A lemon zinger, me. Larry Lemon Zinger.
Larry Lemon
Happy to
Zinger.
be here.
So happy you're here. Thank you for being here. And last but definitely not least, what do we have here?
Sarah, sleepy time.
Oh my Lord. Sarah.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, we have some of Celestial Seasoning's best right here on the Thing Is stage. I couldn't be more excited. Let's go back to our English friend. I know. Our English friend. Oh, you're in America now. What's that like?
Well, I do have to say that I feel a bit undervalued on this side of the pond. You're much more coffee people, and I just don't always feel as though there is as much appreciation for a good cuppa as there is back home, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm getting used to it.
Pipe down, Chirpy. Pipe down.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to start anything so soon, but I must say it's a little difficult to be here alongside Lemon Zinger and Sleepy Time because an herbal tea is not actually a tea. It is not from the tea plant, and so to be called an herbal tea is a bit of a misnomer. And it makes me,
you know what? This Brit's just a little bit bitter because she's so not popular here.
Wow, ouch, ouch. Spoken like a tisane.
Good zinger. Zing.
Lemon Zinger, you're adorable. Tell me about your origin story.
Well, see, I actually came from Appeal. We're a very appealing family, if you know what I mean. And we don't need the caffeine. See, we just have this natural zest for life. We just really love to bring brightness into your day.
That is fantastic. Lemon Zinger, have you met a red zinger before? And how did you feel about it?
Oh, well, I must say that there was this one time where I was at the cafe.
Be careful, PG-13.
Well, let's just say that there was some honey involved for sure.
Oh my.
Gross.
All right, here's a question for all of you. Which celebrity would you like to drink your last bag of tea? Living, dead, real or fictional?
Oh, I know. Um, I really would love, I would be honored to be read next to a book by Lemony Snicket. Definitely.
Fantastic. Wow. That's amazing. Fictional. Yeah, that's literary and lovely.
You know, I'd really just like to be appreciated by someone who understands everything that I've done for culture, and I think that if I could have my wish, I would share an afternoon tea with Kate Middleton. Just such a proper lady, a nice afternoon at Kensington Palace. She would truly appreciate how well-rounded I am, alongside a nice scone and maybe a crumpet or two.
Oh, well, couldn't have too many crumpets.
Never.
Maybe a wedge of lemon?
She might wind down with you in the afternoon, but she ends the day with me every day.
I'm sorry, but Kate, as my friend Kate, would not be seen
They
drinking
all do.
an herbal tea. No, she is a good English woman, and she would understand that if she was to be drinking tea, it would actually be tea, and not whatever is hidden within your sack.
Ooh, that's a low blow. She got you right in the sack. Sarah, who would you like to drink you?
Seeing as 78% of the world's population winds down with me at the end of a stressful day, I would venture to guess that anybody from, Brad Pitt all the way to Elon Musk sips my
wow.
flavors.
That's a huge span of human being. Fantastic.
Plus
Thank you for
Oprah. Always
Oh,
Oprah also.
always Oprah. Oprah's always one of the answers. So thank you so much for being here. Is there any last word that you would like to have either to our studio audience or to each other? We only have time for just final words.
Zing!
Suck it, Brit.
Ooh. All right. Thank you so much for joining us for The Thing Is Scene.
We need to work on a coordinated blackout.
We do. Yeah. Wouldn't it be? Yeah, right. I guess we could do that. We could do, boom, or whatever. That's true. We should do that. Good idea, Maddie. Thank you so much, you guys. You're amazing. Thanks for the folks who
I
tuned
will
in.
say,
Go ahead.
right as we were about to start, I heard my neighbor coming to the door say to drop off 2 oranges that I requested from Big Y. And I realized she's about to hear me come on as T-Bone from my bathroom. Need to send a little text message across the street.
Another day at Sally's house.
We had some, Scott was watching, old bleary-eyed. Sally, your dad was watching, and he said in all caps, "Do not throw meat out of windows."
Spoken like a true Eckes.
Yes. Jeff loved your choice of sleepy time. Jeff Bessette did. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching again. Tomorrow night we have Stone Soup will be joining us. That is the house team. We haven't gotten to see them very much. I think before we had our Going Dark period, they had 2 shows, I believe. Wednesday is open. Thursday is Scripted Unscripted. We have a Scripted Unscripted show, which I'm so excited about. Yeah. And then if Scott were here, he would remember the other things that are happening that are going to be very exciting. No, we have improvised mockumentary on Friday, right, Maddie? Is it Saturday? Saturday? Friday's going to be something super fun too. It's all on happiervalley.com right at the tippity top. You could see what all the shows are. So we hope to see you there. If not, it's been marvelous. Thank you so much for having us into your homes. You look amazing tonight.